the plan keeps you focused. It keeps you from going off in weird directions that are unnecessary.
Yeah.
You start a video like, what am I trying to say with this video? And then everything has to support that. And anything that doesn't support it, it's like, you cut that out because there's no point.
Welcome to Off the Cut.
Dude, I haven't touched any wood in a long time.
And that's why it's covered in plastic.
Oh, man.
Some X-rated content there.
I don't care how long it is.
Thoroughly excited.
Great for the pocketbook, bad for the environment.
Oh, I'm number 3.
I like it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we got the explicit out of the way early.
If I'm going to put money into this, it's going to be great. And I guarantee.
Don't forget to spend your Burkle bucks.
That was super easy.
Bond is actually stronger than the wood itself. Did you know that?
Get it?
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 189 of the Off the Cut podcast.
190.
And I'm supposed to also say the date, but screw it. Because this week we are free of Eric's Reign of Terror and we get to do whatever we want all night long. So we're going to have some fun with this one. And just like every single podcast since the dawn of humanity, tonight's episode is sponsored by none other than KM Tools. KM Tools is by woodworkers, for woodworkers. They have the absolute best selection of tools that have been designed by Jonathan Katz-Moses and his team of award-winning associates. No, but seriously, I do really appreciate what they do over at KM Tools because they actually put a lot of time and effort into picking tools that they actually use in their own workshops, or it's just stuff they appreciate. It's not a bunch of high margin garbage that they get from overseas and then sell for top dollar. It's really,
and they make really good tools too.
What's that?
And they make really good tools too.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's a split. Like half the stuff is stuff that they thoroughly enjoy, and the other half is stuff that they've lovingly crafted for all the fine woodworkers out there. And you get to feel good about shopping at kmtools.com as well, because a portion of every single sale goes to support the Katz-Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund that puts tools in the hands of people who need them. And speaking of tools in the hands of people who need them, every single month, Jonathan gives us $50 to give away to one lucky patron. So if you want to get entered in that drawing, all you got to do is go over to patreon.com/offthecutpodcast and sign up, and then you're automatically entered. And we did the drawing last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so 2 more episodes, and then we'll be drawing, or 3 more episodes, and we'll be drawing.
First week of the month?
Yeah. Yes, sir. And speaking of giveaways, our other sponsor, WTB Woodworking,
Mr. Burkle,
absolutely loves to give stuff away. Bill Burkle is the owner over there, and I think his growth strategy is just, I'm going to give a bunch of free stuff away, and that's going to bring butts in the door to the workshop. Because this month, I think he's doing the monthly. I'm going to say this month. Let's see. Sorry. No, this
I do believe it is
this
monthly.
one is running until December 20th. So you got a little bit of time to enter, but don't wait. You should do it now. He's giving away a lathe, a 12 by 21 jet lathe. Pretty sick. If you ever want to get into wood turning, this is a great way to do it. And I don't know, kind of jealous. I'm looking at this wood lathe, and I don't know. It's calling me. I might enter to win this one. I've abstained from entering into all the other ones, but this one, it's tempting. I do want to try turning something.
All right.
And in addition to giving a bunch of stuff away, Bill also sells all sorts of stuff. He's got tools, and he's got a lot of high-end tools. He's got Mafel, he's got Festool, he's got Lamello, like really premium woodworking tools. But then in addition to all the tools, he also sells his own slabs that he dries. And we talked, when he was a guest on the podcast a couple weeks ago, we talked about how he has this really fancy machine that not only cuts the slabs, but also takes a photo of them and indexes them on the website right away.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed to learn that. What else does he? Sells lumber, he sells sheet goods, sells all sorts of accessories for the tools. He often has like in-store events too, where you can just come and hang out and try things out in the flesh. And then he's got some new vendors that he's pretty excited about this month. So he wanted to tell you that he is now selling general finishes. He's got the Melbourne Tool Company. Do you know what the Melbourne Tool Company?
They make hand tools and stuff, like planes and stuff,
it's like high-end hand tools, right?
Yeah, I think they're out of Australia.
Stuff. What else you got? They have target coating, and he's also got chill epoxy, which is really cool. That's a deep casting epoxy. Really good stuff. So if you are looking for any of that stuff, make sure you check out WTB Woodworking. They're at 39 Pike Road, unit number 2 in Huntingdon Valley, PA. I feel like we should say that with a PA accent.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that would be, but yeah, PA, sure. What's the PA accent to you?
The PA, I feel like the Philly accent is...
Oh, okay.
They have their own accent for sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We could get Joe on here to do it for us. He's from the area.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure he knows what we're talking about. But yeah, we're also sponsored by our third sponsor, Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue is in the house. You know, whenever you're working on a project in the shop and you're putting forth all that effort, all the hours, cutting, sanding, measuring. Well, I hope you measured first, but the last thing you want is for your project to fall apart because the glue didn't hold. That's why we keep a bottle of Gorilla Glue on the bench.
Heck yeah.
Not here, but down in the shop.
I
It's
might have
non-foaming,
some
cleans up with water, and dries to a natural color. And of course, there's the reliable strength we can always trust because the bond is stronger than the wood itself.
Great little factoid you can pull out at parties. Just drop that on people. Be like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
you know that the Gorilla Glue bond is stronger than the internal fibers of wood itself?
That's
You
right,
blow some
yeah.
minds.
Just mid-conversation, they're talking about the latest episode of, I don't know, whatever show the kids are watching nowadays.
Yeah, just
and you
complete
break
you
in
turn
with,
that conversation. Bring it
Yeah.
right into woodworking.
you know, the bond is stronger than the wood itself. That's all. That's all you gotta say. Just that. That'll get them going. That's right. But you can also look for other things like their wood filler, wall spackle cover, wall spackle filler. Sorry. And yeah, it's my go-to product for strong, durable repairs with high performance, stainability, paintability, and sandability.
Heck yeah.
You'll be left with a professional-looking finish on a project every time. Gorilla is strong enough for the pros and easy enough for the beginners, regardless of the user or the job. The bond is built by you and backed by Gorilla. And you guys have been asking for a Gorilla sound this whole time, so I went out and I trained a Gorilla to talk for us.
Oh.
For the ad, specifically for the ad. And I'm going to play it for you. Ready?
Okay. Let's hear it.
Here it goes. Okay, it might be a little hard to hear because I taught her the ad read, but apparently she only knows ASL, so
Oh,
it
I
doesn't
see.
translate.
I
Sorry.
see. So off camera right now, there is a gorilla signing to you.
Yeah, I recorded it, but I guess you can't see it. It's just audio, so. But here we are.
You know what? Okay, so ad read over.
Yeah, ad read over.
That reminds me of one of my favorite internet stories of all time, where
yeah?
there was a sign language interpreter that was up there on... I can't remember who it was. Somebody was up on stage giving a speech, and there was a sign language interpreter that was up there with them. And the guy was just making it all up. He was just doing complete gibberish hand movements the entire time.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, horrible in one light, but very funny.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
funny.
I like watching them whenever, there's tragedy, yes, but whenever there is a tragedy and they're describing like, chaos or whatever happened for the tragedy, like crashes and things like that, watching the interpreters like with their hand gestures, like boom and things like that.
ASL
Yeah.
is like, it's very, you almost
very
like
animated.
act out certain words,
Yeah.
right? Like it's very visual, obviously, but like, yeah. So like if you watch a sign language interpreter for a while, it's like, oh yeah, you can pick up a couple words here and there.
Yeah. Some of them are just, that's pretty intuitive. It's like, in other languages, you hear words and you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure I know what that word is. Because it sounds a lot like one of my words. Yeah, it's all derivative. Like, English and all that's pretty, derived from Latin, basicly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you get like a lot of like, I don't know, Spanish, Italian, French, like sometimes they're all kind of very similar. It's funny. Have you ever done like Duolingo or anything like that?
No, I have not.
I try and do a hard 2 weeks of Duolingo before I go to another country to kind of prime myself on the language. And
just get the basics.
Get the basics, like be able to say yes, no, thank you, where's the bathroom, that type of stuff.
Important things.
It's funny how overconfident you get. You're like, oh, I'm killing Duolingo. I've been doing this for 2 weeks. I'm basically a natural. And then you get there and somebody starts talking to you like, what the hell? What the hell?
That's when you just start smiling and nodding.
Just smiling.
See.
I know. I've hit a lot of smiling. I did. So in Canada, the school system, it's compulsory to do French up until I think you're like 14 years old or something like that. I went to France this year, a few months ago, whatever it was. I can read French. If you throw up like I was like we're at the airport and there was like this big infographic explaining where all the groundwater in the city of Paris, like all the drinking water in the city of Paris comes from. I was like, I can kind of understand this infographic. I can read the various sections in it. But then as soon as somebody starts talking to me, it's just like I'm like, I'm sorry, I got nothing in the bank here.
I feel like whenever you're talking to somebody in a foreign language that you kind of know, like Spanish is pretty common around here. And, growing up, you take Spanish typically, or you're offered Spanish, French, German, a couple other ones, but Spanish is pretty like our French, if you will, because
it's
we're so close.
Useful in your neck of the woods, right? Not many Spanish speakers come up to Canada, but I imagine in Texas, a few.
You get quite a bit of them. And so, we studied in school, and then it's the same thing. Like I can understand it spoken a little better than reading it. But then again,
interesting.
I've always been more of a visual audio learner than a text learner, if you will.
And how do you
maybe.
Yeah. Do you interact with like a lot of Spanish speakers in your day-to-day life?
No. I pick up on it though, because like it gets spoken a lot in movies and stuff like that. And it's like whenever it's spoken in movies, I'll pick up on like occasional words, and then I can kind of fill in the gaps with the captioning that they throw up there. Yeah. And then you kind of like, I feel like I know more Spanish now than I did in school. Not that I know a whole lot of Spanish. Like I know a few phrases, but
as an adult, right? I mean, when you're learning in school, you're really just learning the bare minimum to get by.
That's right.
Whatever it takes to pass the test or the quiz or whatever it is, you don't actually ever exert yourself, or at least I never did, exert yourself to go over and above that, right? Whereas when you're an adult, it's like, maybe I should spend a little bit of time to learn this language.
Yeah. Like that's I've actually considered going back and doing Duolingo or something like that to flesh out and actually like fully learn conversational Spanish. I feel like you said, that'd probably be a little handy around me because
for sure
we hear it so much. And I think I would almost like to learn it just so that like whenever people are speaking Spanish around me, I understand what they're saying without them realizing it.
About you behind your back.
That happens a lot. It happens a lot.
I bet. I mean,
especially whenever you know like certain words, oh, okay, you're not being nice.
Yeah. You just need to know like, I don't know, 20 keywords and like, oh, I think this person's being actually very insulting to me.
Yeah.
Okay. In your neck of the woods, is there any? So there's this thing that happens in the French-speaking part of Canada that French and English have kind of merged, and they call it franglais.
Oh, really?
Is there? Yeah, it's like because people like they're so integrated in certain communities that even French speakers will start to say English words and they'll just mix them into the sentence. So the French Canadian version of French is very bastardized compared to the France version of French. Mm-hmm. I'm curious, does the same thing happen in the southern US with Spanish?
I think it does. Yeah. Like especially in like mixed households, like where the parents maybe came from down south somewhere and they spoke Spanish first and are learning English as adults, but their kids are growing up in English school systems and stuff, so they learn kind of together. They learn in parallel, if you will, Spanish and English. And like my brother-in-law, his parents are from down south, and they don't speak much English, but they speak Spanish, and they spoke Spanish in the home. But he doesn't speak a lot of Spanish. Like he doesn't know, like he can conversate and stuff, but he's not super fluent in it. Yeah. So it just kind of like it happens.
I had this a lot with friends growing up where they would speak English and their parents would speak English in another language. And they'd be like, I can understand my parents' language, but I can't speak it myself. That was like a very common thing that I heard from a lot of people growing up.
Now we do have the English French down here, right over in Louisiana.
You got the Creole.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Is
like
that-
a whole nother animal.
It's funny because I went to New Orleans and I don't feel like I really saw or heard that much French.
Oh, yeah, it's not. Yeah, you got to get out in like the country, if you
Like
will.
the bayou and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, get away from everything. Go find like an alligator farm. You'll hear it there.
When I was in New Orleans, we did a fan boat tour where they took us out on a fan boat into the swamp, and they threw marshmallows out into the water, and that attracted alligators.
Oh yeah.
And they called it swamp crack. They said the gators absolutely love marshmallows. I thought that was very funny.
I wonder if it's the sweet or if it's the texture or what. It's got to be the sweet.
I think it's just like dense calories, man.
Yeah. That's got to be it. No,
Although
that's
some,
crazy.
like, I don't think my dog is interested in sweet stuff very much. So it's interesting. Some animals go for the sweet, some don't.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the dog. So chocolate and all that.
Chocolate and all that. Oh, dude, don't even get me started. Every time I try and feed the dog something, Sophie's like, "Oh, I gotta look that up and make sure it doesn't kill them." So many of these things. So onions and garlic are bad for dogs, poisonous for dogs. I'm doing scare quotes for anybody at home because I looked it up and it's like the dog has to eat like 8 cloves of garlic before it's. And if they eat 8 cloves of garlic, they might get an upset tummy. It's not
right.
like I'm pretty sure I would get an upset tummy if I ate that much garlic. So I'm like, I'm feeding the dog scraps off the table, and Sophie's like freaking out. She's like, "Oh, there's garlic in that." And it's like, the dog's gonna be okay.
One of our cats absolutely loves chicken, and so like every time, like every Saturday morning, we go out and we hit this one place and we get breakfast chicken sandwiches and coffees, and then we come home and we enjoy them. While we sit and watch a little TV in the morning. Mm-hmm. And my wife will share little pieces of her chicken sandwich with the cat. The cat just loves it. And so like every time I have chicken, the cat comes over and she's like, "Meow, am I getting some chicken too?" Like chicken's her thing. So every time we have chicken, we got to give her a little piece of it now.
Well, my cat was really small. I used to give her little bits of bacon and she would go absolutely nuts for it. But she lost the taste for it at a certain point. Now she won't take them from me. Yeah.
That's funny.
The nice thing about having a dog is that there is 0 food waste.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Like literally,
dogs and pigs.
Barring the exception of chocolate, there's like nothing she won't eat.
Oh, chocolate! How can chocolate go to waste?
Well,
who's letting chocolate go to waste?
That's the point. Yeah, occasionally you find something at the back of the fridge. You're like, is this safe to eat? I don't know.
That's true. I guess old ice cream could do that.
Oh man!
So what you been up to this week?
Been working on my iMac project that we were talking about before. It's fun. I've been actually playing around a fair bit with like the Mac ecosystem, which I've been enjoying. This is like a lot of learning. I've never really been a Mac guy, so getting to just try out a new operating system is kind of fun.
Yeah. What you finding it's frustrating or interesting?
Okay, so I didn't realize that they caved on the whole right-click thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, now you can right-click, because when I was a kid growing up every time I would try and use an Apple computer, I'd be like,
button.
"Where's the right-click button? Where's the right-click?"
Yeah.
It's like such a useful thing that they held out for so long. So I was quite surprised to see I booted up the thing. I think it's actually buried in the settings somewhere, but I was like setting up the mouse, and there's like a setting to enable right-click functionality. I was like, "Oh, that's nice."
Oh. That's funny. Like my wife came from a Mac household.
Yeah.
So whenever I met her, she had a Mac computer. Like she had I don't know, whatever the one after the one that you got that was kind of like flat.
With it had a base and then a skinny neck and then the flat screen.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, exactly. And so she's Mac user. It had a mouse with the left and right clicker on it. Yeah, because I had the same thought. Because whenever we were in school, they had my Macs in the journalism department.
Yeah,
and they all had that one big button. Yeah. And I remember having to. I think it was like the Mac key or the control key, and then you click to get the right. Which would be the right options?
So I will never have the muscle memory to do the control click. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, so I think they've had it on there for a while.
Maybe this is just me showing my ignorance as a Mac user, because I was so shocked when I loaded it up. I was like, "Oh, they finally got it."
Yeah,
but,
I think it was buried in the settings for a while, but like it's now like it's part because like they got the the Mighty Mouse or something like that.
Well, I have this mouse. Well, sorry, I don't have it. I stole it from Sophie for this project. But like it's for anybody just listening, it's basically just a curved piece of glass. There's no like delineation where the various buttons are, and I think the whole thing's a touchpad too.
Yeah. So you just touch on one side or the other, and it does. It's like a touchpad. You just touch on one side or the other, and it does the action of that.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I'm also like really realizing how I'm becoming. As you get older, I think you're less adaptive to new technology and stuff like that. So I am kind of like it's a little weird to go back to square one as a user. It's like, how do you change the setting? And I'm like, where do they keep the slider for that? And just, I don't know, on Windows, I'm so fluid. I can like change settings. I know where everything is. On the Mac, it's like, it's big learning curve.
Yeah. Doing a lot of YouTube videos, huh?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Like, how do you do this? Like, so I have a sponsor for this video, and it's like a Mac product. So I have to integrate it into the video a little bit, and I'm having to do all this learning. I'm like trying to like set up networking on the Mac. I've never done that before. I'm like trying to get file transfers going back and forth. It's complicated. It's taking more time than I expected, but that's all right.
That's fine. Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah.
So you're gonna dump basically a brand new Mac into the old shell. And did you decide what you're going to do? Speakers in there, or what are you going to fill it with? I did
speakers in there. I already got them wired up. So I have it's like a custom sound system. There's I don't think I'll do the subwoofer. I wanted to do the subwoofer, but I don't know if I'll have time for it. But I like wired up like an amplifier and then 2 speakers with I 3D scanned the whole thing. So I was able to make these cool enclosures. Oh, I wish I had the original speakers, but I made these cool enclosures that kind of like form to the case and look kind of, well, I think they look pretty factory. I'm pretty excited about that aspect of it. Right. And then going to get an OLED screen in there to replace the old curved CRT screen.
Save a lot of space there too.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a 4:3 aspect ratio on it though, isn't it?
It is. So it took a while to find the right screen to replace it with, but I found there's quite a few manufacturers now that sell 16:10 screens. And 16:10 is not that different than 4:3. So with a little bit of finagling and a little bit of 3D printing, I'll be able to get the screen in there and have it looking relatively factory.
Yeah, because a 4:3 scale, if you went to, so that'd be like a 16:12, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So 16:10 is like, it's kind of halfway in between, not quite halfway, I suppose, but yeah. You'll end up with a little letterboxing at the top and the bottom, but I think if it color matches nicely, you won't really notice it that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is the old CRT screen was curved and the new one is flat. So I have to, again, because I have the 3D scan of it, I'm able to make like a part that takes that curved surface and flattens it out, and then I'll be able to attach the new screen.
Make like a gasket, if you will, between them.
Exactly. Or like an interposer or something like that.
Yeah. Good word, interposer.
Yeah, I felt pretty good about that one. But yeah, so I've just been working on that. I was filming the ad read today. Nothing too special, but it's funny. I found as my YouTube career has gone on, the videos grow in complexity. Like I used to shoot a video in 4 days, 5 days. Like there would be like 5 separate days of footage.
Yeah.
Now I'm up to 8 days of footage, and I'm like, maybe I'm halfway through the project. Maybe it's funny how the scope has kind of changed as things have gone on. Have you found that with your videos? Like,
well, considering I put out one in the last year, yeah, they're taking a long time. And
it's hard. Like
one of them seems to take longer.
Yeah, when you don't I don't know. There's an expression that like the work expands the amount of time allotted for it.
Yeah.
And I find that's really true. Like if you don't have a hard deadline, it's really easy to just be like, well, I'll just keep noodling on this, or I'll keep expanding the scope of it. And I don't know, it's weird working without firm deadlines sometimes.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, because I don't have a deadline for this one that I'm working on, and it just keeps getting pushed off. Like just things keep coming, but like I don't know if I'm just telling myself this or if this is like the reality of it. But we're we got the kids, and so like they got a lot of stuff going on with school, and we just had like Halloween and homecoming and like all this other stuff, and now we're transitioning over to Christmas time, and
Yeah.
so we're packing up all the Halloween stuff and then putting out all the Christmas stuff, and it's like a whole
There is
every time.
literally always something
Yeah.
going on in your life that, like, I know what you mean, because like this whole summer it was like, well, we had a couple trips, then we had the wedding, and now same thing. It's like we're getting into the Christmas season, so we got like all these plans around that. It's like
The end of the year is going to be here before you know it.
Honestly, the older I get, the more I'm like, God damn, time really does fly. And if you're not on it every single day, at least like chipping away a little bit, it's 2 weeks has gone by and you're like, oh, I haven't made any progress on this project.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's why I'm also like, I'd love to throw a subwoofer in this iMac project. Might not happen because I need to like constrain the scope. Done. Will a subwoofer be the difference between getting 100,000 views and 1 million views on this project? I don't know. I don't think it really will be. So I need to kind of like just be like, this is the scope of the project, and we're going to make this thing.
Yeah, that's true, because you're making it for the video's sake. Like, it's not a computer that you're going to actually sit back and work on after the fact. Like, it'll end up on a shelf or something, right?
Especially that. Originally, it's funny. I was like, I'll make this and then I'll give it to Sophie, because Sophie's a Mac user and it'll be her thing. She was like,
she wants a laptop.
Really... Huh?
She wants a laptop though, right?
Exactly. She was like, I don't really want a desktop computer. I was like, God damn. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this thing. I'm going to have it like, I don't know. I might use it for a little bit just for novelty's sake, but then I don't know. I might disassemble it and like, sell the Mac Mini so that I can buy her a new laptop or something.
Take it back out, right?
Which is sad. Like I don't really like that aspect of it, but it's, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll just have it on the shelf as like a, I don't know, art piece almost, if you will.
Well, at the very least, the shell whenever you're done with it.
Yeah, but it'll look weird with it. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, you can have the monitor in there, and then you get just a little Raspberry Pi, and you just have it like loop videos or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm coming back around on it. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. So
it's hard. I feel like as a YouTuber, like a lot of your was in the building space, anyways. A lot of your early content is kind of fueled by like, well, what do I need? What do I want? But at a certain point, you're like, well, I have all the furniture. And at a certain point, you're like, I have all the tech products. Where do you, how do you keep going from there, right? So I'm kind of hitting that, I'm running up against that now. I'm like, oh, I'm building things I think are cool, but aren't necessarily useful to me.
So you're looking for your next level. Like what's coming? What's the next
I guess, maybe,
step, if you will.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I think to some degree, the car will be that. If I can, I'll do like a test video and see how that goes. But hopefully that can, because that's something that I will actually use frequently, and I can like seriously justify dumping a bunch of time and effort into.
Yeah, you could probably start with like something that bridges the two worlds together, like doing a infotainment system in there or something like that.
I was thinking about that. So I think some sort of like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto kind of like thing that doesn't, I don't want to put it's an old car, so I don't want to put like a big screen in it, right?
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of like something that's like a little bit more modular and some like nice tech that's not conspicuous and that doesn't kind of ruin the look of the thing. Mm-hmm. So that'll be the first video, and then we'll see how that does. If it does well, then maybe there'll be more in the future.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I like it. You went back a few weeks back and you did like we were talking about that problem you were having with your desk, getting clearance, and you end up getting those shallow drawer slides. But you said you put in like a big CPU into your desktop. Did you notice a huge change, or is it just kind of like it's a little better?
I haven't even used it yet because really? I had to switch. I'm about 75-80% of the way through that project. And then I just had to shelve it and start working on the iMac one because I had the sponsor came through and they were like, we need a Mac focused video.
Oh, okay.
Because the product is a Mac focused thing. So I was like, okay, well, I'll shelve it. And so here, I'll turn the camera. That's literally my computer right now. It's just out on a plastic test frame that I 3D modeled, and it's sitting on my bench. So the entire time during the Mac video, you're gonna see this like hunk of computer just like sitting in the corner of my room. And
I swear this isn't it.
My new computer is actually in the drawer, like it's all fitted in there and ready to go. But I just I haven't had the time to like hook it up and set it up. So
do like so your video is probably like 90% done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just need to, it's like final touches on it. I need to 3D print some parts, assemble it, and then boot it up, install the software and all that. But I can't do that until I'm done with the iMac video because if you've ever tried to like completely reset a computer, it's a whole thing. I don't want to delete all my files, format things, start again until I know that the iMac video is done.
And like, I assume you're going to use your computer for your iMac video, so
well, that too. Yeah, I need to edit the whole thing as well. Yeah. Right? So, yeah, it's tricky. I started out the computer upgrade video by saying, like I have a bit of a chicken and egg problem here because I want to build this new computer, but I also can't be without a computer for for a month or 2 months or however long it takes to do it. So that's why I made the 3D printable like test frame and set it up outside the case for now. So. Yeah.
Well, I was curious. If you notice much of a performance difference.
I know. We'll see. I'll let you know after I'm done with the iMac video.
Well, all right. Check back.
What about you? You have anything on the go you're excited about?
Well, we've been working on, like I said, we've been doing the whole Christmas flip in the house this week. So I've been 3D printing. I think I showed you all these a couple weeks back. I made these little...
for the top of your banister?
Yeah, they clip onto the banister, and then you can hook the lights on the end here and hang them off over the railing. So I printed off a bunch of these, and that worked out great. I set those up yesterday. They clipped right on there, and like I have the part of the banister goes down with the stairs, Yeah. And then there's like a handrail below it. They work on there too. Like they'll clip on and they have just enough tension that they won't slide all the way down.
Okay.
They'll kind of hold a little bit, which was nice. So that worked out really well.
So is that just like I'm trying to picture your banister here. Is it just like a 2x4 with 2 sheets of drywall on either side?
It's like it's like a wall. Yeah, it's like a half wall with the cap on top of it.
Okay, so it has a cap piece and that piece clips onto the cap?
Yeah, which is basically just like a 1/2 inch thick MDF that's been sealed and painted with like rounded edges to it. Yeah. So that's just like it just clips right on top of it, and then there's trim underneath of it, but it hangs over enough that it doesn't touch the trim. But yeah, it works out really well. So now we don't have all the last few years we've been doing 3M stick-on hooks.
Yeah. The command hooks or whatever.
Yeah, and then they say like you pull it back and it's supposed to come off clean. It doesn't. Like I
tried.
Yeah.
I Sophie got a bunch of those to like hang up. She got them for like the oven mitts or whatever. Mm-hmm. She was like, "Hey, can you install these in one of the cabinets so that we can hang up the oven mitts when we're not using them?" I was like, I've never felt more dumb in my entire life. I'm looking at the package and it's like, just, put it where you want it and pull this thing and it'll just stick in place. And I was doing it. I just couldn't get it to work for the life of me.
Well, I find that they either don't stick or they stick really well and they take a little bit of the paint with them whenever you go to remove them.
That is the downside to any good tape or adhesive or anything like that.
Yeah. So I did those, and then she wanted some lights up around the windows. So, my window's covered in a blanket, but we have, there's like a casing and it's got like, the opening for where the window slides up and down for the hardware to roll up and down. So I took measurements of that and then I made these little clips that you can, you put it up in there and then you twist it and it clips in place. Yeah.
Because you have like the PVC style windows where there's that there's like a little trim piece in there a lot of the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
I just took down that little piece of trim and I measured it and then I built these based off of it.
Oh, nice.
And they kind of look like, if you've ever seen the old Atari E.T. game, they kind of remind me of E.T. from the Atari game.
Yeah, very much so.
But so they just clip in there and they hold with just enough tension that they'll sit on the sides and they won't slide up and down. Mm-hmm. And so we're able to hang lights in the windows without using those command strips. I thought about it.
Lighting problems.
Thought about it. Maybe doing something. I don't know that it works with my audience Because, like, well, not that I really have much of an audience, but, you know, I don't want to do a 3D print video on a channel that I'm trying to do more woodworking stuff on.
I gotcha.
But I do think I'm going to do it on my Instagram. Like, I'm going to do some post on it.
Didn't you make a separate channel for 3D printing stuff?
I did, but I haven't done anything with it. I stopped.
You were mostly just like posting like time lapses and stuff from the prints, right?
Yeah, I was. And then it was just like, I kind of was like, I don't, you know, you're supposed to have like an idea of what your channel is. And I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing with this channel. Like, I don't know what it is that I'm trying to say or do.
Yeah.
And I wanted to sit down every week and just kind of do like a talking to the camera vlog about learning to 3D print. Mm-hmm. And then I did the first one, and then weeks passed and I didn't get the next one out. And then
heavier lift than you think initially, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because then I did the next one. Well, I should say I did the second one like 3 weeks after the fact. And I'm sitting there editing it, and I'm like, God, this is boring as hell. I'm not putting this out.
It is genuinely so hard to make entertaining light lift content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have not cracked that code myself, so I empathize with.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I will throw like whenever I'll do it on Instagram. Like I'll put up something over there, and then if I can come up with a third one, maybe I'll just use the same video and footage and just kind of like do it in widescreen with a little more filler, and then throw it out there as on that other channel.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of a third 3D print thing. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Some problem that I can solve with the 3D printer for Christmas.
Oh, well, you could do like all sorts of outdoor stuff. You could do.
Yeah. That's true. I did some little clips for my lights outdoors last year. So I guess
what about like a gutter hook?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Most gutters have a profile. It's how you like attach gutters to the soffit. There's like a little.
It's got like a lip to it.
It's got a little lip to it that you can hook a fastener into.
Kind of looks like that.
Yeah, it almost does look like that. So if you made like something that hooked into that, then somebody could easily install lights on their gutters.
Yeah, that might be it.
There you go.
Yeah, but then see, here's the problem. Then that distracts me from the last video that I've been trying to work on to get out from my main channel. So here I am again, and just like getting distracted by little things. But I don't know. This one feels time sensitive. Like I can't justify putting it out. I would have to put it out in the next few weeks if I was going to put out something about this.
100%.
Otherwise,
well, yes and no. I mean,
if
you want it to be truly successful, then it like right away, then it'd be good to get it out soon. But there's a million Christmases in the future, right? Like people are. This is like a perennial problem that's going to keep coming back over and over again.
This is true. You're right. Yeah. Maybe.
So,
all right.
Something to think about. So you said something that's true and not true at the same time, or maybe not true. Okay, so you said that like you should know what your channel's about.
Or have an idea.
And I feel like I made 100 YouTube videos before I really knew. I mean, I still don't truly know what my channel's about. I'm talking about introducing car content, for God's sake. So
that's true. Yeah.
Like, don't be too married, like thinking that you have to stick in this lane that you picked. You can
that's true.
Carve your own lane to some degree. You know what I mean? Like you can be the guy who blends woodworking and 3D printing. Like, why not?
Maybe.
If you find it interesting and you're passionate about it, like there is a way that you can package it, and then maybe it's not woodworking. You kind of zoom out to, I'm not a woodworker, I'm a maker, or whatever, right? Like I'm a multi-material person. I work in whatever medium.
I do like that. I do like that. Yeah.
So don't pigeonhole yourself too far, especially, and this is, I know a lot of people listen to the show are content creators. Like, don't pigeonhole yourself too much and think you only have to make one type of thing. Yeah. Especially if that's if you find yourself pulled, like, I really want to make these light hooks, like that's good natural content. Like you should try to find a way, especially if you're struggling to get videos out, like capitalize on the fact that you have some momentum, you have some enthusiasm for this project, and try and bottle that into a video.
I like that. Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
There is truth to it. Like, you don't want to go, if I went out and made a makeup tutorial video,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
just
That's a little too far removed.
2 out of 11. So you are right to some degree. Like, you do need to find some semblance of a through line with your content, but I don't think you introducing a little bit of 3D printing is too far off.
No. Well, I can also do now you can collaborate across channels.
I saw that. I was curious about that.
So maybe I'll just have my 2 channels collaborate on this one project.
Could do.
Yeah. That might be the way to go. All right. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. No worries, man. I don't know. It's just there's so much advice out there. It's like, well, you have to niche down super hard, and you had to like stick to this thing. It's like there is some truth to that. And,
but then there's
you can't go
authenticity sells, and like there's people out there that just do what they want to do anyways, and they're successful no matter what. So
yeah, exactly, right. So for every you can always find a counter example of somebody who's successful just doing their own thing. So I wouldn't worry about it too much, especially when you're first starting out. You want to find something that's sustainable and that actually inspires you to keep going.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll do both.
So what was the project that you were stuck on? Like, or you have a couple on the go, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I did the big display racks.
Yeah.
And those got delivered. Gosh, can't remember. August, I think I delivered them. Done. And been trying to edit the video into some sort of an interesting video. So I've been rewriting the script and playing with the script and all that. And I think I got it where I think I have. No, I know I have the idea now for what to do with it.
Okay.
So it's just about going through the script and getting it down on paper and in a way that sounds coherent and covers everything. And then I'm going to need to go out and film just a little bit. So I'm going to do a little bit in the intro with me walking and talking just for a couple of lines in the downtown area, kind of where this thing ended up. And probably from what I've talked to a few other people, do a couple shots in the shop to kind of break up the project, if you will.
Okay, so it's not just all. You kind of want to break up the footage of you working with.
Yeah, I don't want it to be all voiceover.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I'll kind of break it. And then I do have an outro that I already filmed that I'll use on it as well. So yeah, it's just about like kind of, I want to massage that script a little bit more, and then I'll record the voiceover and edit to the voiceover for the most part.
Yes.
Because I think I got enough footage that I don't need to.
Remind me, but I think you said when you started this project that you had a little bit of an outline going into it, right?
Not for this one. For the one that I want to film next.
For the one you want to film afterwards. Yeah. Okay, so this one was just kind of, you just set up the camera and worked, and we're like, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah, which is how I had been doing them for the longest time, which is, I think, one of the problems I had is that I wasn't going into it with the plan, and now I'm realizing, if, like, just from doing a bunch of shorts, like, I'm more successful even in just the short form content if I have a plan ahead of time and I go in and I kind of work to that plan, that vision, if you will. Then I think the plan keeps you focused. It keeps you from going off in weird directions that are unnecessary. You start a video, like, what am I trying to say with this video? And then everything has to support that. And anything that doesn't support it, it's like, you cut that out because there's no point. Yeah. Or you don't even bother shooting it.
But if you don't, exactly. If you don't know what the point is, then you just shoot everything.
Yep.
And you have this big mountain of footage, and you're like, what the hell do I do with all this stuff?
Oh God, now I got to sit through 100 hours of myself.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, how can I craft a narrative out of this, like, all this just like random mismatch of footage? So
I'm trying to keep it all straight in your head, and and craft it, and trying to. So what I had been doing is I was editing the footage into the project being built, and then trying to craft a narrative on top of that.
Yeah.
And that, I think, was the problem. Oh, I know what's the problem I was having is I was trying to kind of do it in what felt like the natural way, like the way that you always see it, but is totally not. Like, you got to have the narrative first, then shoot to the narrative.
Yeah,
And
a lot of those guys
that's what I learned.
who they'll make a video where it looks extremely organic,
Yeah,
and like you're just having a hangout session with them while they do this thing.
it's not.
I have a sneaking suspicion 99% of those are pre-planned, and it's just like that person's actually just a pretty talented actor, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, good storyteller.
yeah, good story. Yeah, exactly. But they go in. Maybe I don't know. I'd be curious to talk to creators in like other niches and see like how much pre-planning goes on. I think if my hunch is that most successful creators have some sort of plan. May not be scripted out word for word, but they know what they're trying to achieve.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'm trying to come from. And so like I've got 2 of them that are fully filmed based on that one client, and that'll end up being 2 videos because it'll be the one video with the big units and then another one with this little rolly touch station thing that they wanted ancillary. And then the next one I'm going to film is the one that I'm going to. I have an idea. I have a script. I actually have it right here. I've printed it off, and I've been. I think I'm about ready to start filming towards it, and then work through the project and edit and everything. And it should be a bit of a departure. Well, hopefully not a hard change, but it should be a better quality video going forward. Yeah.
I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
One, so you have it all like set out and ready to shoot.
Yeah.
But you're still editing the last one, and you're telling me you have now a second video in between.
Yeah.
So how are you going to slog through not only finishing the one you're like halfway through or whatever, or 80-90% of the way through, whatever it is, and then are you going to do the other one before you start shooting this one where you've...
No, I think I would like to have this one shot and built before the end of the year, so that I can have it out after the first of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty aggressive timeline then.
Yeah.
So are you going to start shooting this new one before you finish the old one?
Probably, yeah. Okay. I think I'll so... Okay. Here comes the next video.
Hit me.
So, I told you we've been transitioning between holidays, right? Mm-hmm. Which in our house, that means dozens of storage totes and a storage unit that we have outside the home.
Pack them up, ship them over.
Yeah, we rent a storage unit. Everything's stored in there. Well, the problem is, the storage unit's like 15 by 5, and then it's like 10 feet high.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really go 10 feet high with storage totes. I mean, you can, but like it's not all storage totes. There's also like the bags that you put Christmas trees in and stuff like that. Yeah. Things that don't stack well.
Yeah.
So the issue, the project that I have before me is going in and building some sort of storage solution for the totes. So my plan is to build something to elevate and put the totes up high.
Yep, get some racks
and then the non-stackable stuff down below. Yeah. And so that'll be like a short, quick video. But I want to film a little bit of loading and unloading that storage unit, which is what we're in the middle of doing. So I'm getting some footage, but that's all B-roll stuff. And then I'll get a script together for it, and then I'll film that soon. Bringing everything over and loading, I got to build the thing and then bringing everything over and loading it in and all that, like the whole.
Are you going to do that one after the Christmas holidays, or are you trying to do that before?
I'd like to do it before.
Okay.
But I do think it's probably going to have to be pushed off till after.
I'm scared thinking of your production schedule.
Well, I'm looking at it. I'm like, if I get it filmed now and I get it knocked out, and then I can just take my time, or I can get to the edit whenever I get to the edit.
Yeah.
But I'd like to have it out by February as a video, because I feel like it would go good in the springtime whenever people are like, storage and all that other stuff.
True.
So, yeah, there's that one too. I
what's
may end up having to push the one that I have the script for here. I may have to push it till after. So like juggle them around a little bit.
Is that one not seasonal?
No, because it's just a shelving unit for like my son's room for like his game systems and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I might end up having to shuffle things around on that front. But it's a quick. It won't take long to film or shoot or build or any of that. But there's other things. So you know how it is.
There's life. There's 100
life finds
other
a way.
things that kind of crop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. And it's just like, don't have enough time in the day.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I don't. This is like a me thing, but having multiple projects like that on the go is just kind of. I know I personally couldn't handle it, so I hear that.
Yeah.
I get scared just thinking about how you're gonna
It gives anxiety.
shoot
for
all
sure.
that and keep it all
Yeah.
straight in your head.
Yeah. Well, that's where I think like the scripting would be helpful, because if I have the script
hugely.
ahead of time and then I shoot to it, then it's just about assembling that puzzle after the fact.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm almost wondering, like, I would maybe encourage you to push up the production of the scripted one, go through that whole process, and then, because that might completely change the way you make videos in the future. And you might be like, oh, I wish I, had like scripted out the, like the storage unit overhaul video.
Yeah. Well,
rather
that
than
one,
just shooting. Yeah.
that one I will script out too.
Oh, you will script that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll be scripted out too.
Yeah.
I have that one in rough outline right now. It's a little easy to script. Like I said, that one's going to be really short. I don't think it'll be more than a 10-minute video. So there won't be a whole lot to script to it. The issue I'm running into is it seems kind of boring, because it is just like building some shelves in a storage unit.
Is the idea of the video, like from the audience's perspective, is the idea of the video to like how you can like optimize your storage unit?
Yeah. Tackling that vertical space that doesn't get used.
Right. Like, okay, so how you can effectively store things vertically, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a problem that a lot of people have. I would advise you to spend some time thinking about like how you can package that so that that's like an easy concept that the audience can understand. If how can you communicate that in like a thumbnail and title combination?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And that's where,
like you're using vertical space wrong or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And see that's where I'm stuck at with it, is like, what is that you gave me the vocabulary I was missing. What is the packaging for this video going to look like?
Yeah.
So
it's tricky. I mean, dude, it's I spend more and more time thinking about that with every single video. Like I was talking to Scott earlier today. I was like texting him about this idea that I have for a video. I was like, I know what I want that packaging to be, but I can't imagine like what the thumbnail is going to look like. And this is for a video that's like 2 or 3 videos in the future. But it's you got to start thinking about those things early on in the process.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like I've got 6 sticky notes on the wall next to me that are just like ideas for like what I want to do next. And so those have been up for over a year, and they keep getting pushed off by all the other stuff. But
I used to have a list of like upcoming videos. And it was funny because the order that things got shot in used to be more like, what do I need? Like, what would be useful in my life? And also, what things am I the most excited about? But now I feel like the order of things that get shot is kind of how well I think it'll be received by my audience. You know what I mean? Like that's almost more so. It's like, oh, I think people are really going to love this. And that gives me like the motivation to go out and shoot it and to script it. So I have like 10 things. And the one that always rises to the top is, which one do I think the audience is going to be the most excited about?
Well, that's good that your audience excites you. So many creators I hear, and they're like, they get almost frustrated or annoyed with trying to chase the audience. And it's like, well, what are you making content for if you don't enjoy it?
Yeah, I think that's kind of like, you ever like you talk to like a musician who never made it, and then like all they do is like they kind of just get like annoyed at like successful musicians, like, oh, that person just sold, oh, they just make stuff for the, you know, the audience and stuff like that. I've always kind of like, what's the point of doing this? Like, point of doing this in a public forum if you're not doing it for the enjoyment of other people, you know, like,
right.
You can't force the audience to like what you want them to like. You have to give them what they like.
Yeah. Can't dream of fame and fortune and not be willing to sign a record contract.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's I don't know. It's a weird thing to like, I want to make the videos that I want to make, and I don't care if anybody watches them. Like, that's fine. You can do that. But then don't get mad when he watches them, right? Because you're just making videos for yourself, not for people to actually consume and watch.
Right. Yeah. And there's a balance, I think, that needs to be, that you had to find, and you have to find yourself okay with.
Yeah. No,
and
you're right. Like there exists a middle ground between what you like and what the audience likes, and you know, the magic is finding that. But you can't get mad at the audience for not liking the same things that you like, which I find a lot of people do. Yeah,
and then there's storytelling. Like, you gotta be able to tell the good story. If you can't tell a good story with it, then the audience isn't gonna be there for it.
For sure. And again, that's kind of, you know, that storytelling thing. Again, that's kind of like, you're trying to present the thing that you're interested in to other people in an interesting way.
Trying to get them excited about it too.
It's like, I don't know if, I'm sure you've had this experience where you meet somebody and they tell you about their job, and it can go one of two ways. You can be like, oh man, person's the most interesting person in the world. Like, the things they're doing are so cool. Yeah. Or you talk to them and like, oh God, this guy is boring. And like, I couldn't imagine doing their job because it sounds so boring. And it's like, it doesn't even matter what the job is. It's just a person's like enthusiasm and way of talking about it that makes the difference. The job it's secondary. It's not even that important.
Yeah.
Right. And that's kind of like that storytelling aspect, or like, I don't know, the presentation.
Very good. Yeah. You know what I'm excited for?
What's that?
After show.
Ooh, after show. Is that a time already?
Yeah, I think we're about there.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, everybody listening at home, thank you so much for tuning in. All our patrons, we'll see you guys over at the after show. And that is it for us this week. And we didn't even need Eric, so.
No. He just never chimed in. Who knows?
Yeah. I wonder if he listened. We'll see. We didn't even say where he is this week, but whatever.
No. We'll have to test him in the after show and see if he's listening.
Yeah, definitely. All right, everybody. See you next week.
See ya.
I'm going to give a huge shout out to our returning top tier patrons.
Corey Duvall at Woodcraft and Honey.
Josh at Sawdust Builds.
Joe Welsh at Delaware Valley Workshop.
Goblin Spanker.
You can't say that anymore. Bill Burkle, WTV Woodworking.
Dadu said, yeah, buddy.
Building Creative.
Bailey Thompson.
Zach, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I follow you.
Bingo bango, you're done.
You should stop.